Now look at that nice red color, man. You can see all of those spices coming in there. Nice, nice, nice. Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy JB with All the Flavor Barbecue. And today, I want to show y'all how to whip up a simple Texas-style barbecue sauce. Let's get to it. First thing I like to start out with is some butter. So I take about 2 big heapers of butter and just kind of let it melt into the pot. Okay, now that we got our butter all melted down and our heat on medium-high heat, first thing we're going to put in is some ketchup. All right, about a cup. All right, now you can get a cup and measure. I don't do a whole bunch of measuring. You can eyeball it. Once you've been doing it for a while, you kind of can feel what a cup is, what a teaspoon is, tablespoon is. So you can just eyeball it. And to me, if you start measuring stuff, it takes away from the soul of it. All right, so we got that in there. Then we're gonna put some regular mustard in there. You can do whatever you want to do, Dijon or whatever. Let's see, about that much. Not even half a cup, quarter cup of mustard or something like that. All right, get that in there. Let's whisk it up a little bit. All right, we're gonna put some lemon juice in there. All right, you can do freshly squeezed lemon juice if you have it. About a couple of tablespoons. That looks like Worcestershire sauce, or however you want to see it. Got a couple of tablespoons of that. All right, that's going to give it that color. Do anywhere from a quarter of a cup to a half a cup of vinegar. I suggest to start out with a quarter cup. That way, if you don't like how it tastes starting off, you can always add more. Okay, but it doesn't really need a whole lot. Then we're gonna come over here with some of these dry ingredients. Of course, you want to start out with some salt. Couple tablespoons will do. All right. We're gonna hit it with some black pepper. You can use 16 mesh black pepper, or you can use just a regular table pepper if you want to. I like 16 mesh. About a tablespoon or so. Now let's do some more. Tablespoon and a half. All right. Next, we're going to do some black garlic powder. You can do regular garlic powder, but I'm telling you now, I've been using black garlic powder for years. It just gives everything else a different kind of flavor. So some black garlic powder, a couple of tablespoons or so. All right, one, two. Some onion powder, just some regular onion powder. If they had black onion powder, I would get that too. If any of you know if they sell black onion powder, leave it in the comments. I would like to get some. All right, now we're going to do some chili powder, all right? I'm going to go with about that much of chili powder. I'm going to say that's about 3 tablespoons or so. About 3 tablespoons of chili powder, 2-3 tablespoons. That should be it. All right, now let's come back over here with some brown sugar. Now you can do anywhere from a couple of tablespoons to a half a cup of sugar. You can also, I'm using light brown sugar. You can also use dark brown sugar if you want to get a bolder flavor, I guess. So I'm just gonna take a couple of pinches of brown sugar, put it in there. All right, give it some sweetness. After we done added all of that tart stuff to it. Last thing we're gonna put in there is some coriander, okay? This gives it a real nice earthy kind of flavor, kind of lemony floral like almost. You don't want to put too much in there because this stuff is kind of strong. I say about a teaspoon, okay, a teaspoon, tablespoon, somewhere in there, but just one. All right, now this is where you can taste it, okay? You can taste it and see if you need to add anything. It's pretty good. The vinegar really comes through, so I think I'm gonna add just a little bit more of brown sugar, and that'll be it. Other than that, these flavors are spot on, man. Nice, simple Texas barbecue sauce. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna cut the heat up so it can come up to a boil. Then after it starts to boil, I'm gonna cut it down low to the lowest setting and let it simmer anywhere from 15 to 30 minutes. And then we'll come back. See, as this sauce is simmering, it's been simmering now for about 5 minutes or so. As you can see, it's starting to take on that rich, like deep red, mahogany kind of color. And that's what you want to see out of a Texas barbecue sauce. Okay, y'all, so we've been simmering this barbecue sauce for about 20-25 minutes, and it's gotten to the consistency and the color that I wanted. So we're going to go ahead and put it in this mason jar. All right, let's go ahead and put that in there. Now look at that nice red color, man. You can see all of those spices coming in there. Nice, nice, nice. Try to fill it all the way up. Can we get it? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Look at that, y'all. I just want y'all to see all of those spices in there. Looks great, man. Now, I will tell you, you want to make this a day or two ahead of your barbecue. That way, all of those flavors in there can mesh together. And when you get ready to serve it, oh, the flavors just pop. So if you want to make this barbecue sauce, go ahead and make it. And if you make it the way that I made it, please let me know how it came out. All right, I would love to know that. All right, I hope everybody enjoyed that video as much as I did making it. As we always say, it's your boy JB with All the Flavor Barbecue saying y'all be easy, peace, be safe.